Activision, for whatever reason, Call of Duty decided that they wanted to get rid of one of their most popular gamers and streamers. Yeah, they did this because of the tweets that you're seeing now. Now, guys, it's about 30 seconds is when we can actually start opening up on this topic. So I'm kind of giving it a second to kind of pick up. That's part of the reason why I did the intro first this time rather than the normal comment that I normally make before the intro. So obviously we got to fudge the time a little bit. So Nickmercs, he is a gamer who plays Call of Duty, obviously. Gaming is a very, very big thing, and obviously a lot of people are not exactly okay with his banning. Now, guys, you know how I feel about this whole topic of the G issue as far as going after kids and stuff. I've made some videos on this. I'll be putting these two videos in the description box because obviously they're much, much more recent ones on this topic, especially with the Armenians getting into a brawl with the Pride Pushers and the Antifa types in California right before the weekend started. So, as you're seeing in these tweets, my man just simply said, look, I'm not okay with this. Kids should not be bothered. Kids should obviously not be gone after. I have said on multiple occasions that I really and truly don't care what you do with your life as long as you're not perverting kids and you're not trying to cram it down our throats. But obviously, the COD community in particular is not exactly okay with this, and quite frankly, they should not be okay with this. But guys, this video right here is not just designed to talk about the incident exactly, with what exactly happened to this guy, but it's also designed to talk about how it is that COD's quality has been going downhill for a while, the wokeness push, and also to go on top of that, we're going to be talking about how it was that we actually got here, so make sure you guys stick around. So, first and foremost, there was a response out of Nickmercs himself. He obviously addressed the issue. Here you go.
I do not feel that way. I just simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet, okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweet because I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting.
This right here would also prompt another prominent streamer to give this response.
Is uninstall the game. Number one. I mean, don't get a mistake. In this year's Call of Duty, it's the worst in its franchise. But that decision by COD's PR marketing team. I'll tell you right now, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the two-time. I feel like, A, they either need to apologize publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to consider playing Call of Duty again.
So people are uninstalling. Now, let me ask you guys a question really quick. What is Call of Duty exactly? It's a shooter game. Mostly World War II, mostly modern warfare type games. They had this whole futuristic thing they went with advanced warfare and, of course, eventually infinite warfare, the Black Ops games. I play Call of Duty too, just not as much as these guys here. I don't play the multiplayer very often. I'm one of those campaign players. So if you guys want to make fun of me in the comment section, you can. And don't worry, we'll talk about that more when we get to the whole how we got here segment. So basically, they had a whole operator segment for this guy, all this stuff. They pretty much got rid of the line and everything because he just simply fought back against the wokes. Now, he never apologized. He never bowed down to the wokes. He never did any of that there. Now, me personally, if I was in his position, I probably would have made a much, much stronger statement. Said, look, you can't stop me from playing the game. I'll find a way to stream this another way. You guys can still follow me on social media, which I'm pretty sure that's probably what this guy intends to do. However, Activision as a whole needs to understand that there's a certain portion of their customer base that's not woke. As a matter of fact, it's probably the pro-military players, the people who play it, who may even have intention someday of even joining the military. Don't worry. I'll talk more about the pride and the disrespecting of America more on my backup channel, my second channel, Short Time Prepping, which is about to be renamed Gear Issue 33. It's my more military-related stuff, and obviously I'm putting videos out until the very next essay comes out. Of course, these videos are going to be much more fewer and far between in the future as I eventually move them over to Rumble. Don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description box, or I'll leave you guys something, and also my Facebook page, so that way you guys can follow me there, which is where I post most of my videos anyways. But here's the deal. Call of Duty needs to understand there's a certain portion of their audience that is not okay with this. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of gamers who are not okay with this. And I'll try to leave this video right here in the description box as well about Matt Walsh versus gamers. And here's the thing. Conservatives need to realize that you may not want to piss these people off. A lot of gamers, by the way, just want to be left alone. They're not okay with the social justice warrior stuff. But because of certain types of personalities, Matt Walsh in particular and many others, who feel the need to bash gamers all the time, when really the truth be told about gamers is that we just need to create some balance so that way guys can actually go out and do more things instead of staying in front of it all day. You may need these people in the future because they are very, very powerful when it comes to fighting back against the social justice warrior mob and the communism that's actually taking over our country. Like I said, several video game related channels that take on the woke, several pop culture channels that take on the wokes that quite frankly we need to be inviting into our ploy to help fight back against this nonsense. And obviously Activision, with their whole Pride Month thing, is obviously trying to make a play here by getting rid of anybody and everybody who may say something that is reviewed as dissenting or viewed as not exactly popular. Sometimes look, the unpopular takes are normally the takes that typically tend to be the most right, and this guy here was obviously right, and he was obviously right to stand up to the mob itself. But with that right there being said, though, we need to talk about how exactly it was that we got in this situation. How did we get here? Well, let me use another game to kind of help explain this, another franchise. I'm pretty sure many gamers, if you come across this video, you're probably going to know a little bit about what I'm going to be saying here. And of course, I'm using the franchise that to kind of compare this to is Madden. You're probably saying, okay, well, what is Madden? Some people are going to say, what does Madden got to do with Call of Duty? Well, very simple. Madden's quality and gameplay started going down roughly right around 2013, 2014 time frame. I mean, dude, the Madden glitch videos are absolutely ridiculous. They're all over the place. They're actually quite comical. I mean, I recall one particular glitch video where Aaron Rodgers, you could actually sprint from the 1 yard line all the way across the football field, score a touchdown while getting hit multiple times by multiple different players. Stuff like that there, completely unrealistic gameplay. The simulation's horrible. And, of course, not to mention the fact that Madden, for whatever reason, decided to let it be the official NFL game, basically wiping away the game day franchise, wiping away the, the 2K franchise. And Call of Duty, while they don't have the same exact monopoly on things because you've also got Battlefield, the similarities are almost the same. Now, you're going to make fun of me in the comment section over this, and that's okay because obviously I'm a big boy, I can take it. And in some cases, what I'm about to say, I actually agree with you on. Call of Duty's gameplay quality, in my opinion, began to go down right around the time of Call of Duty Ghosts. I actually liked Call of Duty Ghosts, still own a copy of it. I liked the story. I liked the gameplay. From what I understand, it was supposed to originally be like Modern Warfare West Coast. It was supposed to be a component originally with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. But the thing is, it's rare. By the way, Modern Warfare 2, and not the one that came out here recently, but Modern Warfare 2, the original, and World of War, they're my two favorite COD games. Now, here's the deal. Call of Duty at that time frame, they started to introduce these maps, which, by the way, Ghost, this was the main complaint about Call of Duty Ghost. The maps were just too damn big. I mean, they were very elaborate, but the problem was that it kind of awarded bad gameplay and bad players. So after a while, I just kind of got off that because I played mostly with my nieces and my nephews because they played the multiplayer. I didn't play very, very often. I played mostly the story. Like I said, you guys can make fun of me in the comment section, call me old hat. But the thing is right here. Call of Duty's gameplay has been declining ever since. Now, we already know about World War Woke, Call of Duty Vanguard. We already know about Black Ops Cold War, where they had that massive glitch halfway through the game, with the scene with Hudson and Mason, and, of course, the scene with Woods. There was this massive glitch. The product is just not as good. It hasn't been as good for a while, and obviously they've now decided to go woke. Now, me personally, I'm a guy who thinks that maybe what Activision, what Sledgehammer Games and stuff, maybe what they should do Infinity Ward, I mean, they shouldn't be releasing a game every year. They've even got now Pride logo flags. They've replaced American flags. They've replaced nation flags as a whole with like Pride logos and stuff like that. It's just not good. I mean, a friend of mine even posted a YouTube short about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War having the whole non-binary section or the neither section when it came to choosing gender or sex. Stuff like that right there. It's just crazy stuff. It doesn't seem like a big deal at first, but obviously after a while, people do eventually get tired of it. People don't want to buy the product. The fact of the matter is that the quality in the product has been going down for a while. So we should not be surprised that COD, for whatever reason, decided to go in this direction and then ban somebody as a result after actually speaking an opinion that is not exactly, how do I say, good with the whole woke mob, which, by the way, is only about maybe 3 or 4% of the actual COD community. I mean, it's very funny how these people keep screaming for democracy. Well, what is democracy? Democracy is basically majority rule, correct? This right here is not the majority. It's just like 2 or 3% pointing like, getting like an additional 40 or 50% to go after a much larger group. This isn't actual democracy. No, it is not. It seems like they've actually got it in the inverse, if you guys kind of pick up on my drift. So how do we fix this problem? Well, you saw with Madden, they decided to go the whole Ultimate Team thing to get their money. People just keep buying the product regardless of how terrible it is. The same thing is going on with Call of Duty. Don't buy the product. I'm being serious. Just don't buy the product. Enjoy the older games. Go out there and go buy them. Enjoy the games that were actually good, like World at War, Modern Warfare 1, or COD 4, which was the original name, or maybe possibly COD Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 3 was okay. Ghost is beginning to get a bit of a cult following, coming back. Go buy all the older titles. Maybe buy the titles that you think are actually good. That's fine with me. Some people actually like some of the bad titles, like Infinite Warfare, which I thought was okay, which me personally, I wish Call of Duty would come up with like an anthology series. It's like a World War II series where you get to play as other nations, not just the U.S. and the Brits, but even you see like say the Eastern Front theater between the Germans and the Russians. Maybe you can be allowed to be played as a German from time to time. Try to do something like that right there. Battlefield had gotten a lot better. That was, of course, until their 2042 release. Just stop buying the product. Actually hold these people to account. The best way to do that, like I said, just don't buy the product. At the end of the day, it's about money. You're seeing what the hell's going on with Anheuser-Busch. They're losing money. You're seeing what the hell's going on with Target. They're losing money. At the end of the day, it's about money. That is what it's about. You want to beat Disney? Unsubscribe from Disney Plus. Don't go to Disney World until they come to you and actually ask you what the hell was it that caused you to basically give up on their business. What it was that made you give up on their product. Actually, don't buy the product. Make these people lose money. The sooner they lose money, the more and more they'll realize that we need these people to survive, and that's how you do it. Guys, John Claymore, if you like this content, please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video. If you feel I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. Also hit the notification bell. Share the video with your families and friends. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys have got to say. Also, one more thing, too, you can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Rumble. I'll start posting to Rumble again soon. I'll explain the plans of that there a little bit more later on in the other videos that will come out tomorrow. I've got 2 videos coming out tomorrow here on this channel. One about the incoming indictment, and the other one, of course, is about open marriages. I'm going to be working on those videos, at least as far as recording those videos tonight and putting them out tomorrow. I'll also be leaving the link to my second channel, Short Timer Prepping Gear Issue 33, in the description box. Make sure you guys follow me over there. Watch that content as well. It's more military related. And I will see you guys later.